Hey, welcome back to Test Latino. My name is Rafael, and today is a very special day because we have Wade Anderson with us. I want you to meet him and learn about his trip around the United States. Hi, Wade. How are you?
Hi. So yeah, I decided I wanted to do something. I typically try to take off for 2 months out of the year every year because I think it's really important to travel, do what you can, just experience life. Otherwise, life just goes by too fast. And I don't want to have regrets at the end of my life. I work with a lot of geriatrics, and that's one thing they talk about is they wish they would have done this or done that or had more experiences. So I just want to make sure I'm putting enough life in my years, as they say, instead of years in my life. But yeah, so years ago I went to Key West, Florida. I flew down there with a bicycle and I rode from Key West, Florida to Alaska by myself. Just 6,200 miles, just pedaled my way over about 5 months. So this year I thought, well, I'll drive that. I'll go back, drive that route and see if I can make it from Key West, Florida to Prudhoe Bay at the Arctic Ocean. And as I was planning it, I decided, well, I need to sort of do a little bit more. So instead of just going a straight diagonal across, I'm going to go up to Maine, go to Canada, maybe visit somebody up there in Canada, and then I want to hit the tallest paved road in North America, which is in Colorado. And after that, I'll head north. And then when I hit Missoula, that's where I'll pick up my old bicycle route. And I just absolutely love the Northwest. I love the Canadian Rockies, Lake Louise, Banff, Jasper. It's just exquisite beauty. Just love that place up there. So yeah, we'll see. I know there might be a charger in Fairbanks, Alaska. I'll have to look. I think there is. But after Fairbanks, no, I don't know. I don't think there's a charger north of Whitehorse, Yukon Territory. I think that's gonna be the last charger I'll find. Yeah, so I know the last Tesla charger is somewhere around Banff, I believe. Then after that, I'm gonna rely on third-party chargers. And then after Fairbanks, there's no more chargers, and I'll have to rely on somebody's outlet and just plug in along the way.
So earlier we were talking and you were mentioning extreme locations.
Right.
The most extreme, southernmost part in the East Coast. Like, talk to us about that a little bit.
Yeah, so we have, Key West, Florida, you have the marker for the southernmost point in the continental US. So I'm gonna hit that, and then the northeasternmost point is someplace in Maine. Is it like Madawaska or something? There's the M. But that's the extreme northeast point. The extreme elevation is in Colorado for driving at a high altitude. And then the extreme northernmost point is Prudhoe Bay, Alaska, actually a town called Dead Horse. I've driven that in an ice car years ago, and I've driven to Inuvik, which is the northernmost point by road in Canada. This trip I don't think I'll go to Inuvik, I'll just go to Prudhoe Bay. And then I'll drop down, see some friends in Anchorage. And I used to live in Juneau, so I'm debating if I should grab a ferry and go down the Inside Passage, go visit friends, see my old house in Juneau, Alaska. And then that would put me either going to back into Canada, or I'd hit Bellingham, Washington by ferry, and then head down the west coast. So a lot of it's still kind of up in the air, but I will hit the southwestern point, just south of San Diego area. So I hit like the four corners of the continental US, and then Prudhoe Bay, Alaska, and then the tallest road. So that's sort of my current idea, but the route and the ideas keep changing along the way. We'll see what happens.
So I'm sure some people may ask this. I'm going to assume that you're retired?
No,
You're not retired.
I work. Yeah, I work a lot. So I've been doing this for years. I would work a lot and then take off and spend the money I made, because I've traveled all over the US, I've traveled throughout South America, I've been to, like I said, the Arctic Ocean, I've been to Ushuaia. My Spanish is not so good, but I think it's pronounced Ushuaia, which is the southernmost city in the world at the tip of Argentina. So I've been down there. I bicycled. I flew to Bogota, Colombia with my bicicleta and hardly any Spanish, had a phrase book, and just flew there and didn't really know anybody, know anything, didn't know the culture. I just thought, I just need to do it. And so I flew down there and I met this wonderful couple, and everybody said, no, don't go, it's dangerous, Bogota. And the thing is, it's fear that keeps us back. It keeps us from living and experiencing life and doing things because so many people are afraid. But that was some of the best experiences ever, was going in there and just doing it. And just, you have a fear, just kind of like, they say lean into fear, just go into it with an open mind, a curious mind, see what happens. So anyway, I made lifelong friends. And last night I actually met up with somebody who's the daughter of a friend in Colombia, who's living just south of Miami. And that was fun. So yeah, I just got my bicycle, rode, in the culture there, it's like, you're instant family. So I met these people, I was gonna stay like a night, 2 nights. Next thing I know, 8 days later, I'm like, oh, I gotta go now. They're like, no, stay, you're family now. They wanted me to stay longer. But I really wanted to get to, South Argentina before winter set in down there. But yeah, it was a great experience and nothing but positive experiences. South America was a great, wonderful experience that if I let fear control me, I never would have gone there, never would have made these lifelong friends, which are like family. We still talk almost daily in Colombia and Ecuadorian friends. So anyway, I guess that's my passion, is I love to travel and I love to share experiences and try to inspire people to do something. You see so many people, you have to work, and you're not really truly living. You think you are, but it's like, you go to work, you come home, go to work, come home, and after a while you get in a rut. And the United States has the highest rates of depression in the world. And so a lot of this happiness, I think, is kind of superficial, and Instagram perpetuates that. But what I used to ask people is this question of, what is it that makes you feel alive? What's something that makes your soul come alive? What is it? And try to do more of that. And I asked a lot of people, traveling through South America, and some people, they can sum up one word. They can say one word. It's like dance, for example. So when they're dancing, they feel the most alive, they feel on fire, like electricity running through them. They love that. And whatever that is trying to figure out a way to keep doing that. Because I think that, for me, that's my sole purpose. I've given a lot of thought, and I know I really love to share experiences, inspiring other people, and traveling. And I just try to figure out a way to keep doing that. Otherwise, I feel like I'm slowly dying over time. If I'm just working, going home. And, it's great having the car, the Tesla and all that, but, all that stuff goes away, And so you got to live for you and what makes you feel, like I said, what makes you feel alive, what makes you feel like your soul's on fire and gives you a reason to keep going.
Okay, so that's great. How about, now that you mentioned the car, what is it that you really like the most about this car, the Model 3, that is allowing you to do this epic road trip around the United States?
Well, the most important aspect for me is the environmental impact. Sustainable energy. That's the most important. I mean, it's great, it's a beautiful car, the aesthetics are nice, but if I have to prioritize it, I would say the environmental impact. And then Second, yeah, it's a cool car, and it's very, very sophisticated. Like what they say, it's like a smartphone on wheels. So yeah, and the fact that it's constantly improving. Like right now, we're doing a software update. I don't know what it's going to include, but there's going to be something new, and it keeps getting better and better and better.
Okay, so is there anything that you wish the Model 3 had to make it even better?
There's some, like maybe visibility out the window is difficult. There's a few little things here and there, but everything is a compromise. Everything in life. So I think overall, I have no real complaints. But when I do, I will critique things here and there. But that's how things get better, is through feedback. You have to keep giving feedback, and they can keep making it better. And that's why Tesla keeps improving the cars, because people keep, quote, complaining. But if people weren't like giving that feedback and critique, we probably wouldn't have Sentry mode and dog mode and all these extra features people keep asking for.
Okay. Cool. And how long do you think your trip will take? Like, when are you planning on going back home?
I think I have enough funds to last me 2 months.
Okay.
If I could afford it, I would continue and drive through South America. I have enough friends there and contacts. I know I can find enough outlets along the way to drive, but yeah, I don't think that's going to happen this trip unless I got a wealthy sponsor.
Okay. And how about any words of advice that you would like to share with, the viewers?
There'll be two parts to this. My main priority is I love to encourage and inspire people to better themselves, and not as much financially, but just to follow their own heart, what they want to do in life, and figure out what that is. And most people struggle with figuring out what that is. And so I especially like to inspire young people, because I started out, I sort of almost failed high school. I wasn't doing well. And then I had a little bit of period of time, I was kind of homeless, sleeping in my car right out of high school. So I had to work really hard, but then once I knew what I wanted, that was my drive, and that was like my mission. Like a business, you have like this mission and vision statement to run a company. I think everybody needs that for their life. They figure out what it is that really makes them happy, what they really enjoy, what's their passion. Once they figure that out, everything you do should be centered around this. Every decision you make has to go in that direction, not let things pull you off somewhere different. And as far as owning a Tesla, it's like, yeah, some people think, they have all these misconceptions about it, like, oh, they're too expensive. Where do you charge it? How's that work? All this stuff. They have so many questions because they don't know. And that's the problem, is that there's not enough education around it. But yeah, the thing is, over time, these are much cheaper to drive, because a gas engine is very complicated. You have to have all these systems in place to make this work, to keep firing the spark plugs to get the combustion, and then you have to have the exhaust systems, the O2 sensors, and all these things in the computer just to make this fire keep going under your hood. And you don't have that with an electric motor. And so over time, it's much cheaper. Now where are they at? They're under 40,000 anyway. And if you figure in gas savings and cost of repairs, I think you come out much cheaper, or at least close to the same as a lot of other cars.
Plus, it's a better experience overall as well.
Right. And yeah, everything else, being the safest car, if you get an accident, you're more likely to survive in a Tesla than any other car. Yeah, there's so many things. There's a whole list of things that they have on the internet. I don't have them memorized, but yeah.
Environmental.
Yeah, the environmental impact. Yeah, all that.
Yeah, so it's healthier for humans when
Right.
there's less gas cars on the road.
Right. Yeah, and people make the argument like, well, you're extending your tailpipe. Yeah, some places you plug in, you're plugging into the grid, and it's not solar energy. But forget that part. Look at the exhaust emissions coming out and all that pollution coming out of the car. And there's a study somewhere, I'll have to find it, but I posted on Twitter, they're looking at emissions and what's doing to the health, especially children and animals, because they're lower to the ground. Just walking down a sidewalk every day, you're exposed to these toxic fumes that you really can't smell that much and know it's there. It's kind of this invisible gas that you're breathing in all the time. It's having an impact on the health, especially, like I said, children. So.
Cool. Awesome. Well, Wade, thank you so much for the information.
Yeah.
And we're following you during your trip online and hearing about it and enjoying, watching you meet new people every so often. Right. So keep doing that. Post your stuff, photos, small videos where you.
Yeah. Driving the car is fun, but the experiences with people, I think that's awesome. And now folks have a little more idea of where I'm going on this trip, at least my current plan. It may change. Somebody may say, hey, you need to go check this out. And somebody drive up over here or over there. But yeah, so whoever guessed, I think 3,000 miles was in there. I think you need to update your entry. This is going to be at least 10 times that, I'm pretty sure.
So Wade is leaving us.
Yeah.
We're going to continue the trip. And we spent a good amount of time here talking to Wade and wishing you a good journey.
Good to meet you.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll make it to South Carolina tonight. We'll see.
Yeah. Let's stay in touch.
All right. Take care.
Thank you for watching. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye. Wow, that was great. I'm so glad that Wade stopped here by my house, and I really hope that you liked our chat with him to learn a little bit more about what he's doing and why he's doing it. So if you see him on the road, say hi. Wade's a really cool person, and I definitely hope to meet him again. So again, thank you for watching. Take care, stay charged. Bye.